Hey guys, hey, trying something a little different on my iPad today. 6-minute BoFlow, that's fun. First thing is we want to scan the body head to toe, just check in on how you're feeling, anything tight, think about the workouts you've done recently or not done. If you're having aches, pains, niggles, whatever's going on, if you have something going on in the neck, cranky, can you get some good motion? So something to think about, scan head to toe, always working on breathing into the belly, something good to warm up, but do that scan head to toe. Obviously this is not live and I cannot communicate with you directly, but if something comes up as you scan or it comes up as we're doing different exercises, we can obviously modify that or should communicate over what's going on. Can we fix it? Can we address it? So let's get into it today. Just gonna get a little basic motion going for this first one. I got my clock over here that you might not be able to see, but little phone, small, changing around my timer. So there it goes. So bear position, hands and knees. If you feel good about it, you can lift up and hover those knees. Otherwise, we're just rotating thoracic spine, trying to get as much motion and twist because we tend not to do a lot of twisting. Feels good. That's all I'll say. So we're doing that for 1 minute, about 30 seconds in. Feels good. So thoracic spine out of this bear position. Again, I'll just show one or two where I'm up into that hover. That's adding in a little bit more complexity to it, a little bit more work having to be done. And we're coming up on 15 seconds, so just gonna open up. You can put the hand behind the back also. That's another way to do that one. Just changes that stimulus a little bit. And if you feel differences here side to side, let's pay attention to that. Kickstand deadlift is the next one I'm gonna talk about. I see a bit of mistakes here when I prescribe these for some clients, so I wanna talk about that, and obviously we'll talk one-on-one. A big thing here is I want this weight, and I like using the dumbbell because it's a little higher than some other weights. So as I do that, I'm just working on keeping my back nice and flat, head back, and I'm really driving through that front leg. And notice I'm not letting that weight go forward. So I can use my feet as a guide, okay? So even though this is a little bit more of a strength type of piece, I'm really loading up that posterior chain. The further back I get this, so that bell should almost come to my foot here. And you can see I have a pretty wide stance here. So as I'm standing up, and again, this is only 20 pounds, but I'm trying to really set that in between, almost the halfway point between my legs. That's just gonna keep my back nice and flat. So if you're getting a few of those, awesome. As that minute wraps up, we're gonna do calf raises. Again, a little bit more strength today. And you can see the ball between my legs. That's a Kelly Starrett Mobility WOD Ready State Supernova. So I'm keeping the ball between my legs as I go all the way down, trying to get that stretch of the calves and all the way up. So we're just doing calf raises for a minute, holding on for balance, holding on for dear life. All right, so I'm squeezing the ball. I get some adductors, inner thigh muscles working. Changes a little bit of that stimulus. I don't know why my timer does not have a little beep going, but we got 15 seconds left here. All the way down, all the way up. Just really feeling that range of motion for the full minute. Good, that was a minute there. For the wrists, we are gonna come on down, and I'll back up so you guys can see me. Open up those wrists. And again, for anyone who's typing, all that tightness here, I've been seeing a lot of folks, especially in the CrossFit space, and triathletes, and anyone who sits at a desk all day, a few rock climbers too, a lot of tightness through here. So use your body to get back. So always a good thing, I think, to think about the wrists, just like the ankles. So we want to work them through a full range of motion. I like doing some different ranges. So if we're pointing the fingers away from each other here, hitting some different angles. Obviously, if you have some pain with these, discomfort, we got to talk about what that means. So I'm shaking it out, only 10 seconds left. I'm just gonna get some circles in there So just getting that motion there, there's a lot more we can do with the wrist, but I really like that for the wrist. Moving into the CARs, controlled articular rotations, and tibial rotation. So by pulling my toes up, I am kind of locking out the ankle a bit, and I'm trying to get this, the shin bone, to rotate as controlled as possible. I'm gonna do 30 seconds per side. So, and if I can really feel at the end some places where it gets stuck, that's gonna be good to pay attention to. I have my heel on the ground. I'll kind of do this from a little bit more of an angle here. And I'm trying to rotate, again, side to side, left to right with my foot, and that's controlling that tibial rotation. So really good to play with there and isolate, but you really gotta isolate and start to feel and own that range of motion, so that if I didn't have my hands, see, I go right to my knee, so I need to channel my brain to just rotate that tibia as much as possible. We actually fell into that last minute here, so I'm gonna be doing a little bit of talking and looking into the knees over toes concept. So he'll do this up on a slant board in that program. A lot of people are doing these. A lot of people are asking me about these. I do love the concept of going through a deep, full range of motion now without cheating or doing anything else. But getting that deep range of motion, I'm getting a nice stretch in here. I'll switch sides here. And that deep knee over toe. Obviously with all these guys, when you're following along, if you do, let me know how you like them. But also feel free to extend these out, pause the video, do a little bit more, maybe a full minute on each side or anything like that if you're feeling it. Something I've talked about recently also is knee gapping, so putting something behind the knee here, and you feel that kind of joint take a little decompression off. So that's the 6 minutes. I hope you got something out of this, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.